Alright guys, here we are with another best of 3 in the group stage for TavernsMug. The TavernsMug Stormgate tournament. We've got the overcharged Bobs coming on over in the lower left-hand side of the map. To build the natural expansion, it looks like NoveaStar is going to scout where her opponent is. Very first guess. Oh no, he's gonna get surrounded. No, not the Hexen. No, Novea. Losing the Hexen so early is just... Oh, that's rough. That's really going to impact the creeping. Not having any way to infest creep camps is really going to hurt. I don't know where this imp is running off to, but it might just be dead. Unless it can turn into a meat farm. Charmander. Charmander. Yeah, okay. Good use of the howl by the dog there, just to see it over top of the cliffs. Alright, Novea uses the imp to turn into a meat farm. Does manage to chip maybe a quarter health off the dog. I would click the dog to check how much HP it has, but I know I'm going to be wrong. And being wrong on camera is really the highest crime you can commit in 2025, I think. Being wrong on camera, probably worse than murder, you know. I think you could, yeah. You could probably run somebody over and then steal a child's lollipop, and it wouldn't be as bad as and then, you know, say mean things to a room full of puppies, and that still wouldn't be as bad as being wrong on camera. So I'm just not going to click on the dog. Actually, you know what? No, the dog got the cabbage. I'm going to guess he's at 100% health. Boom, predicted. How do you do it, Frank? I don't. It's honestly, it's a gift. All right, bunch of overcharged Bobs coming over here to build an interesting third location. This seems rather exposed, but that's if it gets spotted. I think Novea's going to be busy enough macroing up on her own side of the map that she's just not going to notice that that Corsair is going for a third. Ooh, a little off center here. Unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay, so Novea's already going up to tier 2. So she has access to the Magmadons and the Hellborn now. And the Hellborn are going to be pretty spicy depending on what Corsair wants to build. We do see a couple of barracks out, but we're also seeing the first mech bay come out. I swear there was more than one barracks. Am I wrong? All right, so one Rax, one mech bay is not too indicative of anything, to be honest. Like, you want the ability to make units in either direction, but it's not like Corsair's plopping down 3 of each anytime soon. That would help Novea a lot to know where. Oh, Novea never got her health camp. That's a bummer. Getting that health camp is huge for an Infernal player, and Corsair coming along to snipe it, and then, yeah, honestly, fighting from this corner, or trying to dislodge Lancers from the health camp would be nigh on impossible. Here we go. We see 2 Brutes, 2 Gaunts coming on forward, but we're in minute 4 of the game already. I don't think that's not nearly enough army to challenge this. Okay, so Novea saw that it got taken, but I don't think Novea was ready for a Hedgehog. Oh, nice Nightfall Infestation gets all the Lancers. But this Hedgehog's going to be fast enough that it can catch up to the Brutes. All these Infernal units trying their best to get back onto Shroud so they can regenerate that white health. And another, yeah, it looks like another Hedgehog reinforced from the south there. And yeah, look, they're just going to be parading in Hedgehogs and Lancers. Hedgehog Lancer against Infernal. I was not expecting. That was not on my bingo card for things that I was going to see in the TavernsMug here. Lancer's making short work of the fiends that are going to try and peck them to death, but it's not going to work. One of the Brutes is derping out in the back line there, and these Brutes just need to be doing damage. I think it doesn't matter where they do damage from. No matter what, they're going to be on the worst possible geometry. There we go. Get the Fellhogs in the fight. Get them. Sick them, boys. Get him! Yeah! Get him! Get that Lancer! Oh no, come on, Fellhogs. Get the Lancer! Get the Lancer! That's right, you better run away. Alright, Shrine. We can see the cracks starting to form here. It's well below half health, and double Therium Shrine is gone. Ay, ay, ay. that's really rough. But she's on tier 2, right? Oh, she was rushing Spriggans, and Spriggans are great against heavy armored units, which the Lancers are. But you know what's really scary? A literal dedicated anti-air platform, like a sieged up hedgehog. Ay. Novea doesn't have enough for a she doesn't have enough animus for a superstone just yet. Okay, the hedgehogs unsiege, and I think they understand that if they stay unsieged, that there's not enough DPS to start challenging that natural base. But if they stay siege, then the Spriggans just leave, and you know, it's not their problem anymore. Ooh, I really like this though. Spriggan backdoor. Come on, Novea. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Okay, awesome. Awesome possum. That's a lot of hedgehogs. And if they get the siege camp here, which will reward Corsair with the D5 rocket launcher, that could spell a lot of trouble. All right, Spriggan's finally attacking the. Oh no, they're attacking the command post, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Nice kill on that one. Another kill. Novea could just be bleeding could just bleed the economy dry with Oh no, Sky Mine detonates. Is there gonna be another Sky Mine here sometime soon? No, looks like the answer is no, but the one that did detonate slows these Spriggans down so much. They're gonna try and do a little bit of token damage here to the scrapyard, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. They could go back, and they're gonna try and possibly regenerate white health over at NoveaStar's. I mean, Novea could just go back and regenerate all that health and white health if she goes back to take the health camp. There's nothing staying there, but that's another one of those things. I think that if you capture a health camp, it's so good that you want to build static defense on it. And if you do build static defense on it and your opponent tries to challenge it, if you can respond fast enough, like fighting from your own health camp is insanely good. It's just so good. All right, the parade, the conga line here of hedgehogs are going to rocket down one effigy, two effigies, a shroud stone is just going to. Oh, it's not going to vanish. A bunch of sky mines go down, but there's a gaunt here that's going to be like, okay, nice sky. Oh no! Huge detonations on these on the Spriggans. They're all really slow. The Hornets are here forward as well to take out the. Be taking out the rest of the Spriggans. Now I think we're just down to Gaunts and Brutes. We did see a couple of Shadow Flyers connecting with the Hornet as well, but it's just not nearly enough. NoveaStar GG's out. Corsair's gonna go up 1-0. What's going on, guys? Here we are in Game 2 between Corsair and NoveaStar, and it looks like we're just catching the tail end of the Hexen versus Dog. Little micro battle here, and it's going as about as you'd expect. The Hexen burns a skull to chase off the dog. Dog runs away and gets a health cabbage, and then the fight continues. A couple of imps coming down to help in the fight. Ooh, skull lands, and the imps are. Alright, they're going to start building production structures. And now the close cabbages are pretty far away for the scouts, so the scout's going to have to go really far away, which is nice, though. It's going to buy enough time for this Hexen to regenerate white health. And I really like this, actually. Building the farm right next to the health camp. It's so good. It ages like a fine wine, too, because the stronger the health camp minions get, the more HP your army saves by just having the fell hogs. Wow, not hell fogs, fell hogs. Tank the damage, and the fell hogs make sure that something as simple as like a single scout won't come along and steal the camp. So, putting down a meat farm next to a camp just makes sense. It's like peanut butter inside of a chocolate. Shoutouts Reese's. If you guys want to sponsor me, I will say me like Reese's on stream twice a day. That's my final offer, Reese's. Take it or leave it. It's not my final offer. Please contact me. All right. So let's go back over here to the Vanguard base. see the natural getting slowly saturated here. And so far, it's just one barracks. One barracks. Oh, going for a quick third, too. I do like that, actually. I wish we would see... I don't know. I do like that Corsair's been using maybe non-standard builds, but they don't really. How do I put this? They don't tickle my taste buds. How's that for word usage? Oh no, this Lancer's only hitting 2. They're both only hitting 2 slimes. How's this one regenerating? You're not supposed to regenerate. Oh no! One Lancer goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so when the slimes die, they give this debuff called radioactive blood, and I think that very far forward Lancer had like 4 stacks of radioactive blood on him, and each stack of radioactive blood is minus 25 armor. So being down negative 75 armor is pretty bad. You're taking a lot of damage. So yeah, the longer that a unit fights those slimes, the worse that it performs. Now, if you micro it back and you get it healed up, then not a big deal. But if you keep it in the fight to keep doing damage, well, that's when you start getting in trouble. And Novea's already up to tier 2. Her fiends are already in combat, and okay, there's a single Lancer that got caught by the Nightfall Infestation. The temporary shrine gets smacked a little bit. And do we see our Plague Axes out already? No, there's no Plague Axes yet for the Gaunts. I think Novea rushed tier 2 instead of going for Plague Axes, but I would like to see Plague Axes. No, yeah, that Hedgehog is going to kill that effigy the moment they walk away. But two Magmadons, a lot of beef. That is beefy. That is yeah, that is meat. Alright, so the axe-headed lizard monsters are going to continue to take a lot of damage. There we go. I think there's no... Yeah, the poke potential right now is in Corsair's favor. You can just zip in, unload all the roof rockets from the hedgehogs, and then leave. I think Novea needs at least one Hellborn to come by and kind of prevent that poking. Finally, a permanent effigy goes down. Here's the Hellborn I was talking about. So now that the Hellborn's out, it's like, alright, well... You can't outpoke me now, basically. Oh, that was a lot of damage to take. But Novea does clean up the speed camp here. And this Hellborn is going to continue. 2 Hellborns now. Delete those 2 Lancers simultaneously! Only one Hedgehog gets caught in the caught in the Nightfall Infestation, but now everything that's on the speed camp is going to be moving a little bit quicker. These, actually, yeah, that really makes these Magmadons pretty scary, now that they have the speed boost. I imagine once they get the Rage Legs, that'll be a big deal as well. The Gaunt, still no Plague Axes on the Gaunt just yet, and I think the Gaunt is going to be the next thing to make sure that Novea can do a lot of damage across the entire army of Corsair. Just to make sure it's doing consistent damage, so that way every time Corsair wants to disengage to go heal up or repair or move somewhere else, like it'll be, you know, Corsair's going to be taking those ticks of damage the entire time. Corsair wanting to... Oh, here we go. Yeah, now Novea... Oh, but Novea caught the Hellborn. One Hellborn does actually fall. Oh, and each of the Vulcan... They try to dash into the Magmadons. Hedgehogs jump on top of that Hellborn. One of the Vulcans goes down, but these the Magmadons are continuing to run around. One Vulcan does get caught, gets turned into a fiend. Now it's all these Hedgehogs which are going to have to, like, kite around the Magmadons, but they're quick enough to do it. Still no Plague Axes out yet from NoveaStar, I think. Yeah. Okay, but now I think Corsair realizes just how exposed his natural base is. We do have a couple of solar habitats. No, but there's nothing building out of the mech bay. We see a couple of air units out, but not enough Gaunts to say it's like, okay, we can scare off these light units in the sky. A couple of sky mines go down, but I don't know for what reason. They cost money, but I don't think NoveaStar has tipped her hand to having any air units yet, right? I don't think so. Sentry post is going down. That's almost certainly going to be a repairmatic. No permanent effigy! Opportunity missed. Alright, sky mines get deleted. And... You know, for as squishy as they are, the sentry post does take a surprisingly long time to build. Swing and a miss on the Nightfall Infestation, and there's the Repair-matic, boosting the HP of all these mechanical units for free. And it's just one at a time, but one at a time should be enough. I mean, Corsair's not going to get pushed into a corner without having any way to heal up. No! Let your Magmadons shoot. Okay, I think that was... Okay. Is Novea on tier 3 yet? No Elder Shrine just yet, but once the Elder Shrine does come out, we need that Hellforge to get Molten Touch and the Stun Stomps. That's almost mandatory. I know more units, mo better is a prevailing philosophy, but... Oh, beautiful connections with that Stomp, but it doesn't live long enough. GG, says NoveaStar. She realizes that the Air Force from Corsair is just too much, and Corsair's going to take the series 2-0.